Hey guys, it's a Fishy, and today I'm going to be doing a sort of like a sketchbook tour, but one of them's a binder, so yeah, that doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to do this binder, which is just a bunch of like loose papers that I have, so like pages that either fell out of my sketchbook or that I just drew on a separate piece of paper. So yeah, we'll start with this because it's smaller. Well, I don't know actually. We'll just start with it anyways. And then I'll do the sketchbook. So the first page is whenever I first got my Blick Studio markers and I wanted to try them out, but I didn't feel like drawing anything, so I just took a coloring page kind of thing and printed it out and drew them on there. Yeah, so I didn't draw it, I just printed it. Then this one was hair, and I really just, once again, I didn't draw it, I just traced it. Yeah, because I can't really draw hair. I'll try to draw hair, but like it doesn't turn out too good. This one was from January 2019. This is the beginning of it, so I don't really know when it actually was. But yeah, I'll just believe that it was from then. So it was drawn by my neighbor, and we used the markers once again to color it, and the skin, I had just gotten Copic markers, like skin color versions of Copic markers, so I was using those out on there. And then this next one, so I was testing out what it would be like to use Copic and Blick on one side and then Crayola on the other side, and the proportions on the person in general, like, just ignore that, okay? Yeah, but the skin is so orange on the Crayola. I could not find a single skin color for Crayola, so I had to use orange and yellow. Yeah. Then even the background, there's such a big difference. This was drawn of someone from TikTok that I drew. Her mouth is kind of dark, like around it, because whenever I was using the Copic markers, it wiped all of the pen, so I have to get a different fine liner pen because it just wipes with everything. You can see it in some spots. This one, okay, so this is Billie Eilish. This is from March 16th through 17th. I'm not sure what year. I would have to do math, and I don't feel like doing math. But, yeah. So, the mouth and the nose really messed up. So I just like to cover it up and just show that. And yeah, there it is. And for this drawing, I had just gotten my Prismacolor color pencils, which I can show you right now. The 48 pack. So I was trying those out. And I like looked up a tutorial on hair and stuff because, yeah, you know, once again, I cannot draw hair. I cannot draw hair. This other one on the back side, if I can get it to show, were inspired by Creative Cara. And yeah. This one's like a mountain thingamabobber. This one's rainbow, and then this one's just plain. These are from February 2022. I can't speak. February 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. There we go. I could not speak for a second there. This one was also whenever I had like just gotten the color pencils, and I remember I didn't like put any time into the background. I really just focused on the person, and I was just like, you know, just draw some stuff and just to fill in the background so it isn't white. I do like the river, except for the only fact that that's not how water would flow, but it's alright. This one is This one's an eyeball. A beautiful eyeball. And like the graphite is just shining because that's what it does. This one's from February 1st, 2019. Yeah. Okay, this one's Zelda from Zelda Breath of the Wild. I remember being so happy after I drew this because like I was actually able to find the right colors with my color pencils and Copic markers. So it ended up working out really well. And I put way too much time into the title part, way more than I should. But you know, it's okay. It's okay, right? Yeah. And then also right now I'm working on one of Link. I had drawn it like 6 months ago, but I never finished it. I just drew the outline, did the background, and then did like this bottom part with the belt. And then I hadn't finished it. So yesterday I started doing this part. It's not done yet though. I haven't completely shaded it. It's just like a base colors. Let me stick that over there again. Yeah, that's the end of this one. Throw it over there. Okay. Next up is the sketchbook, which it's not finished. I'm actually working on it right now, so it's kind of, yeah, but I might as well show you. Because, yeah, why not? So on the front, I put space astronaut. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody outside. I got real confused. Okay, so I got astronaut stickers. This one's thinking of space. Alright. Okay. This one's riding a horse that's made of space. I don't know. I don't question it. This one's walking on space. This one is... yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay. But... and then this part, the sketch part, it actually had like a separate cover. So I got this from Walmart. I know. It's actually a really good sketchbook though. It works really well. But I got it from Walmart, and like it had like this cover thing that covered up half of it, and it had that on top of it, and then had all of the details about the sketchbook. So I cut off the part that said sketch, and I glued it on there. Well, yeah, I glued it, and it came off, so I had to tape it because I didn't feel like re-gluing it, so it's taped there right now. So inside, it says 2017 to 2019, but I'm still doing this and it's 2020, 2020. At least I'm pretty sure it's 2020, who knows at this point. And I think I started it before 2017. I actually think I started it in 2016. But I guess it's just a general outline of when I did it. But I'll have to change that because it's not 2019. This was the first picture I drew in it, and it's like a little mushroom Smurf house thing with a messed up rainbow and some seaweed grass. Yeah, it was supposed to be like strands of grass, you know, to make it look like it's like shrunken, like an actual mushroom size, but they're just being single blades of grass and like none in the background. Kind of makes it look like they're under the sea. And then this actually put on here yesterday. It's from later on. It's from 2019. And it was when I had just gotten like some good watercolors and some watercoloring paper. And so I tried to draw like a door and some outside theme, but I never really finished it. I was supposed to have a window right here and color the wall more, but I never did. So now it just stands like that, and that's how it's gonna be. This one I did either on the same day as that mushroom one, or a little bit, or just the day after. I just remember doing it real close to it. This is copied from a picture though, so yeah, I shouldn't take credit. And then I also drew a rainbow. There wasn't a rainbow in the original picture, because I was like, you know what, I want to retry that rainbow that I messed up. So I did that. This one, I was just trying to fill a page. So I had the sticky note with an eye drawn on it that Annika says looks like a bug. So yeah, apparently it's a bug. A neon bug. And so I decided to like do some kind of sticky note thing since that was on a sticky note. So I taped those on there. Well, not taped. I glued them on. And this, the perspective is very off in this picture. But you know, it's alright. So it's like a city kind of thing, like a town, I don't know, with a bridge. The bridge doesn't look too bad, I guess. It doesn't really have much detail. It looks like it's made of plastic. But that's alright. And then there's orange smears from the next page. I'm so mad at myself. I did that yesterday on accident. I didn't mean to, but yeah. So yesterday I was wanting to make this like collage because I found some other sketchbooks with these drawings on it, and I was like, you know, might as well just put them in this one because they were all scattered out and it didn't really make much sense. So we got a tear, raindrop, whatever you want it to be, another raindrop, and some weird fiery leaf thing. I don't really know what to call it, but yeah, we'll just call it a fiery leaf thing. And then I had painted it all orange, that's why there's those marks on the background, or backside. And I had like put a pocket on it, but it looked really weird, so I just tore it all off and I covered it with this instead. And then this is a sunset. Yeah, it didn't turn out too well. This was also 2016 or 17. Okay, this one, this was during my anime drawing phase. And yeah, oh my goodness, it looks so creepy. And the hand is like, yeah. So we'll just keep on going. Oh yeah, it gets worse. So my hands are way too small in all of my photos. All my pictures, I mean. I want to be able to, I know I should be drawing them bigger, but I just can't. Like, they're bigger than this now, though. They're not that small anymore. This was from a few years ago, so they're, of course, like, super tiny. This was me, so, you know, I looked and I was like, okay, I see that I'm making tons of mistakes when it comes to proportions, so I took like a little lesson doodle thingy on how to draw a hand, first of all, because that is very difficult. Then like human proportions, and then I did like a little graph thing of things to remind myself. This is a comic, if you want to call it that. It's about whenever one of my friends drank coffee and she went like insane. So, yeah, true story written on there. That was in middle school, so that was a while ago. This was also around the same time. I think it was the day after, actually. I was sitting there. Yeah, of course I was. Oh, just pretend I didn't say that. But yeah, I was bored, so I did like a little squiggly line. The red right there is the squiggle. And then I decided to draw something out of it, and it became like this weird shaped person holding balloons. So yeah, that's what it is now. That's just some story ideas. And then this is like it's a face that I never finished. It was supposed to be, you know, sad on one side and then happy on the other. But it never really got finished. It just continues to be a sketch, and that's all it is. This one was from February 21st, 2019. I did like a white outline. I drew it in black, but then did like use my white gel pen on the sides to make it look like she's part of the stars. Okay, you're Okay, so you're probably wondering why it's folded in half. Oh yeah, and that one. Oh, that one. I never finished it because I was like, oh, this is creepy. I'm just not going to. But you're probably wondering why this one's folded in half, which I need to add more people to that. It's because of this. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's folded in half. But on the other side, I got a character from one of the books I like to read, which is Fablehaven. We'll just pass that. Okay, this I did in church, and I used masking tape, and I cut like a face shape out of it, and then I used that as her face, and I drew the rest of her. And it's supposed to be like a creepy doll or something. Yeah, her hair, once again, I can't draw hair. I can't. I want to, but I can't. Okay, this one, I was working on proportions again because that's another thing that I cannot do. I try. The hands are becoming a better size, but they're uneven. And they're still too small. But they're not as small as the other ones were. So that's a good thing. Okay, this. I'll just read it for you because you've got to get the whole experience. You can't just look at the picture. Okay, so it says, crikey, look at that croc. And then there's a croc in the water. I'm sorry, it's so cheesy. But yeah, there's like an actual croc floating in the water instead of a crocodile. And like the guy's, he's like staring at it with binoculars, all happy. He's like, I can't believe I spotted a croc. What? Like, whoa. Yeah. This was done a few days after that other drawing, and it's a face that I did. Oh, you're like, oh, really? Wow, it's a face? I didn't know that. Annabelle? Whoa. Yeah, it's a face. Surprise, surprise. And I drew it with Sharpies, so that's why the skin is like super red. Yeah. That's why it looks like a sunburn. This is another, once again, unfinished drawing. So it's like a jelly guy with some jelly rain and some jelly puddles inside of the jelly jar. And I gave up on it because I could not color the whole background in blue. It was too much. Okay, this one, I remember I was so happy that day. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to draw. And then I drew this. But, like, it's the complete opposite of how I was feeling. Because, like, it looks so scary and sad or something. But I was, like, all happy. We got some evil eyes. Very scary. I like the, light shining down. I think that's cool. Because of the watercolors. It makes it look kind of, like, foggy or something, if that makes sense. This was during church. I was looking down at what I was seeing, and so I drew all that, and then this is my dad's computer, so I drew that too. Then a sketchbook. Whoa. I should have drawn a sketchbook drawn on that sketchbook with a sketchbook drawn on that sketchbook and just kept on going. That would have been cool. This one's just scribble art. I don't know when I made it, and it looks really weird, but yeah. Okay, these ones are more recent, except for this one. This one was from a while ago. I don't know when, though. It was just upside down on one of the pages, so I cut it out and I put it up here. And this was from the 8th of November this year. And the hands, once again, look at them. They're so small. I can't draw hands. I don't know. I can't. But yeah, it's like a very Lorax kind of feel to it. And then this one I did on the 9th and the 10th. This was my most recent drawing out of all of it. And, yeah, it's just a girl sitting there. Nothing too spectacular about it. Except I do like the background thing. And yeah, that's it. That is